Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Expeditions Rome. Let's go ahead and see what the Praetor...
I must hire 6 Survey to take an ox cart to Suessa and pick up a mill grinder.
That's a 6-day trip. That'll cost you 72 sestertii.
When can they leave?
In 2 days?
Deal.
Alright. Alright, let's see what's going on.
Away. Thank you for coming. Hopefully this matter will be resolved quickly.
I feel like that's Lucullus. Naturally, Praetor. I take matters of justice quite seriously. I do.
An admirable quality fit for a true Roman. This is about your servus, Secundus. It seems that last night he got quite drunk. In his intoxicated state, he got into a fight with another servus.
Why is Secundus not here to defend himself?
He is your servus, is he not? His actions fall under your purview and responsibility.
Yeah, but he should be here to state what happened. Did he at least win?
With all due respect, Domina, that's hardly the most relevant question we can ask.
I'm just curious.
On the contrary, it's actually a surprisingly relevant question. Not only did he win, he broke the other man's arm.
Oh.
Well, if that's true, he surely deserves punishment.
It is not my place to tell you how you should handle your servi. I am not a censor. Nevertheless, the punishment of your servus is not the topic of this hearing.
Yeah, it seems like you've already reached a verdict.
There's not much to say. The evidence is irrefutable. The other servus was severely injured, costing his dominus valuable labor. Furthermore, there are criminal charges. This kind of violence is not to be tolerated. The sentence for the first offense will be mandatory. In total, this means you will have to pay 200 denarii to the offended dominus and 100 denarii to the state. Do you contest this ruling?
I want to say I do, because I think it's crucial to find out whether he started the fight or not. If he didn't start the fight, then it shouldn't be on him that he broke someone's arm. It would be on the person who started the fight. Of course I do.
This is ill-advised.
All right.
On what basis are you contesting the ruling?
You can't punish me for the crimes of my servus? No. Being drunk is a crime? Do we even know what made servus attack the other servus? Secundus attack the other servus? And do we even know what made Secundus attack the other servus?
Well, it is a relevant question, actually. Witnesses claim there was a heated exchange and some distasteful claims about the profession of your mother. No matter what the reason is, there is loss of labor.
But that might be an indirect consequence of their actions. A servus is supposed to protect his owner. Yeah.
Perhaps. Some damage was still caused. There's nothing to be gained by resisting legal institutions.
Resistance is in my nature. I can't help it. I'm merely defending myself. If your claim is not strong enough, maybe it's not right. These actions may or not be justified. We shall see. I'm going to go for the middle option.
Well spoken. You clearly have a good understanding of how the legal process works. Enough talking.
I'm a dungeon
My
master.
decision is made. You've made a good case, and your arguments are solid. I can't ignore the damage your service has caused, but you will receive a reduced sentence. This time.
Okay, 100 denarii. Follow up on Secundus's transgressions with Cineros back in the villa. Yeah, see, like, that's the thing, shouldn't the other guy also be punished since he instigated it by, with his rash actions? Yeah.
An auction of fine survey will be held tomorrow by the house of Erasinus. Learned Greeks captured in the war against Mithridates. Strong-backed workers from Hispania and Mauritania. Erasinus has survey for every budget.
Oh, goody. Anyone else have anything to say? Nope. Alright.
I do house calls in the evenings.
Good for you. You know what? Before I go talk to Yulia, I think we're gonna head back to the villa so that we can take care of this quest. Home is where the heart is. You know, unless of course you're leaving home and then your heart is going with you. After all, if you leave your heart back at home, chances are you're gonna die. You know, bleed out from that gaping chest wound. Alright, Cineros. Seeing this little pool here reminds me of a pond out back that is just absolutely full of like a billion tadpoles right now. A few frogs got a little bit frisky.
I've taken care of the payment. There's just one more matter we need to address. Segundus himself.
See to it that he is punished severely. I don't want this kind of thing repeated. Sell him. It should bring more than enough denarii to cover for the damage he has caused. It seems he can fight. Perhaps he can be of use to us in a different capacity. Yeah.
An interesting decision. I will see to it that he's trained properly.
Alright. He'll be available to recruit from your barracks in the next campaign. Alright. Wale.
Domina.
I mean, I would have also liked an option of, like, you know, give him a little slap on the wrist. Say, dude, don't do that. You know, don't go quite that far. But also, thank you. Okay, back to the streets. And I should probably change the quest that we are on. Once we get to the streets. Meridicide. Callida has gone underground to escape justice for the murder of her husband many years ago. She has now approached Kikero asking for his help in defending her, promising that he will be doing you a personal favor by advocating for her. Alright, let's go track that quest. Alrighty.
Free medical advice. I am well trained and highly experienced.
My cousin was at Alexandria, you know, on one of Vitalius Lurko's ships.
How did they manage to take the city?
The ships arrived just in the nick of time. Apparently the legions were nearly routed.
What? What? Excuse me? Excuse me?
Personally, I hope Polybius is elected Idolay. He makes fine bread.
Good bread hardly makes a man qualified for Edile. Personally, my vote is for Watia.
You only say that because your collegium recommends him.
Nonsense! I think he's worthy of the city.
Alright, that wasn't great. Both of them pronounced that word completely differently. That's more on the voice director. The voice director should have had a like a list of proper pronunciations kind of thing, and ensured that people were using the correct ones.
You look like you've been sleeping poorly. Is something wrong?
It's kind of you to ask. My husband has fallen ill.
I merged into that
That's
woman for a
right,
second.
you told me last time we met. Has he not improved?
He's only got worse. We had to leave him with the Mediki at the clinic.
I'm so sorry. I will pray for him at the Temple of Apollo Medicus tonight.
Alrighty.
Finally. Mecasta, I was starting to think you wouldn't come.
Of course I was gonna come.
There she is, the woman of the hour.
I need your help. They will kill me. I need someone to defend me at the court tomorrow.
Slow down. What happened?
It's a long story. What do you want to know?
I know you've been on the run for a long time now. What exactly was your crime?
Feels like a lifetime ago. Before I joined the Legion, I killed my husband.
So that was the reason you were disguised. You were married?
Not by choice. But I was pretty, I guess. And that represented a political opportunity for my father. He never liked the fact that I was interested in men's things. He thought marriage would, in his words, tame me. As if I'm a wild animal needing to be domesticated.
You have but one life. You should live it the way you want to.
It's not that easy. No matter how far I try to run, my past keeps catching up with me. Julius Calidus is a warrior of renown in the Legion, and he has slain countless men. He's a hero. Julia Calida has slain only one man. She is a murderer. And whenever I enter Rome, I turn back into Julia, the husband killer.
How did your husband die?
He was an extremely controlling man. I couldn't leave the villa except in his company. Everything about how I dressed, who was allowed to visit me, all was decided by him. I couldn't live that way. We fought about it all the time. One of those fights took place atop the grand staircase. It got very heated. I pushed him.
So it really was just an accident.
I wish I could tell you he died for a better reason. That he was a criminal, or that it was some grand conspiracy, or even just that he was hitting me. But his cruelty was of a much more insidious sort. And to the people of Rome, his was a perfectly acceptable way to treat his wife.
Will your family not support you?
This whole thing is their fault. When my brother Aulus finally invited me to dinner, I thought everything was going to be fine.
But they actually lured you into a trap?
Not exactly. They were setting me up for another marriage. Can you believe it? Everything was fine at first, and Aulus was speaking up for me. Now that my father is dead, he is pater familias, after all. Then suddenly, this ridiculous mule walks in. Burienus Crispus.
I hate that kind of surprise. Naturally, you wanted to kill him too.
I didn't even expect that kind of surprise.
That's a common characteristic of surprises.
Who exactly will kill you?
Rome. Look. I am a murderer. And I thought we were over this with my family, but...
But they disagreed.
Pretty much. The moment I refused this new marriage they set up for me, Mother turned me in. I barely escaped.
Your mother turned you in? That's messed up.
Thank you. I hadn't noticed. Any other brilliant observations you want to share with the class?
Sure.
Your emotions are understandably frayed, Domina. But please do remember who your friends are in this trying time.
I believe I know everything. The question is, how can I help?
There will be a hearing tomorrow where they will try me for the murder of my late husband. I may be sentenced to death. I need Kikoro to advocate on my behalf.
This is an unfortunate but personal situation. You're on your own. Of course we can help. Right, Kikoro?
Matricide. It's a difficult situation. Was he a particularly cruel man?
Not by Roman standards.
I would certainly not use that line in front of the public. Please answer my question.
He was a bit full of himself. But actually, he didn't really do anything bad to me.
Well, controlling is pretty bad.
Didn't even whip you a little bit?
You think he could have?
Indeed not. A pity. This makes defense difficult.
Are you shying away from this?
I didn't say that. I welcome the challenge. But you will owe me a great deal.
I have proven myself a resourceful and dependable ally in the past, and I have no intention of risking that reputation. A favor owed to me is worth a great deal. So I have no ethos here, so I cannot get it cheaper. Whatever's necessary to ensure Calida's freedom.
I admire your loyalty. In a few years' time, I plan to run for consul. You will have to contribute a great deal to my campaign to pay me back for this.
We'll see about that.
Thank you. It would be impossible to repay you, but this means a lot to me. I feel like I'm multiple people in one. Yulia Kallida the warrior, and Yulia Kallida the murderer. I don't really know which one I am, but I can't be both.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and
see what happens.
Excise that second one.
Walete, don't be late tomorrow.
Okay. Kallida must go to the Senate, where Kikero will defend her. Alright, let's head over to the Senate. Nice statue of Mercury there. Very gold. You know what? There was
Is your back giving you trouble? My wife is a trained masseuse.
There was one of these over on the other side that I could have taken. Wasn't there? Oh, well. It's fine. Can I go in here? No. Of course not. Alright. Alright, to the Senate. The famous Senate of Rome. Just you then. It's fine.
I will not tolerate these hijinks in my court. Both parties to this case have selected me as your Iudex Privatus. Show some respect, or go find someone else to preside.
What did I miss?
Is that clear? Let us continue then. To the accused, I pose this question. Why did you kill your husband?
Be very careful, Kallida. I am here to argue on your behalf, but your answers will ultimately determine your fate.
I didn't kill my husband. I reject this accusation. It was an accident. I did not intend to kill him. I was forced to marry him, and I resented him. Alright, so that would probably just get everyone's back up. This would be very accurate, but it also would lead to murder. This is essentially admitting it while trying to make it clear that it wasn't murder. And he does say kill, not murder up here. I was forced to marry him, and I resented him. We'll go with that option for now.
Absurd. Your father made a decision. Your duty is to obey. Instead, you turned into a murderer.
She said, I resented him, not I resolved to kill him. Let us not project our expectations onto the facts. Many healers, in trying to cure a sickness, end up killing the patient. Does that mean the healer is a murderer?
What's your point, Senator? Was she trying to heal her husband? Your client isn't known as a healer.
Certainly not. She's one of the most capable warriors of Legio Victrix. We know she is capable of killing a man like her late husband. However, her capabilities alone do not constitute evidence.
Intentions. Very well. Let us assume that death was accidental. Was she loyal to her husband?
In that, did she cheat? Of course. I don't know why that matters. I never wanted to marry him. I mean, I'm assuming that, well, maybe it means more than that. Of course I was.
Is that why you killed him, dear?
Must we endure constant heckling by the accused's mother?
It almost feels like you want your daughter convicted, Domina. Was it you who called on the court?
It was not. I did. I am the pater familias.
Can I oh, I can zoom out. Okay, there we go. You're only pretending to be. She's using you too. You don't have to do this. My family is in the Legion. She's using you too. You don't have to do this.
And your legatus is using you. What's the difference?
I do not understand exactly how you ended up in the Legion. Are they drafting women now?
He's questioning your character.
Lucius Licinius Lucullus handpicked me. I go with that.
That was artfully done. You didn't speak an uncomfortable truth, but you also did not lie.
Lucullus was a great imperator. If he picked you, he obviously must have seen something we do not. I think you are a dishonest person by nature, but Lucullus, I would trust even in death.
No, that's rude.
I'm growing tired of this proceeding, and frankly, I've more or less made up my mind. Would the parties please repeat their demands?
We want her executed or exiled for her crimes against our family.
And we want her exonerated and free to walk the streets of Rome. I would ask the honored Iudex to take into consideration that my Cleons was once a friend of your nephew, Julius Caesar.
Very well. Since the incident in question happened years ago, evidence is in short supply. Thus, I must decide based on my own observations. Despite her generally deceptive personality and her unwomanly profession, I have concluded with reasonable certainty that Julia Callida is not guilty.
Darn tootin'.
I have found myself unable to decide without a shadow of a doubt. And doubt should benefit the accused. You are free, Domina.
Congratulations. I believe my work here is done.
Yeah, I could have done it myself.
No, I had no choice, sister. It was my duty. But despite it all, I am glad you're free.
I hope both of you die. Wow. You don't have to do anything. Never forget that.
I will try to remember that. Wale, sister.
Yeah, perk agreeable. All right. I wonder if those other options would have given her other perks. I like how other Praetorians gained XP for Julia going to court. And achievement unlocked. Calige Virgo Rosas. I have no idea what that means. Alright, well. Nothing else to do here in the Senate. Let's go to Willa Vipsanius. Famous vintner Marcellus Vipsanius lives in a beautiful yet modest villa on the Esquilinius Hill. Okay, that's Kaiso. It is a little early, but I may end the video. I have to step away for a moment. Let me go ahead and switch over to Damsels in Distress. We'll go ahead and track this one. We have Vipsanius up there. There's not a whole lot else here. Can I get you a weapon? I can get you a broom! I don't think that's going to help much. If a fight breaks out, I don't think that's going to help much. But that is going to be for next time. A little bit on the short side, but... Oh, actually, hold on a second. That is pretty nice there. I did not notice that the first time. Is that the same? Yeah, it's the same on each side. That is pretty nice, though. I like that. Do we have anything else like that in here? Nope. Nope, that's sad. That's disappointing. Oh well, it's okay. So yes, when we come back next time, Kaiso has a little quest to do. See you then, everyone.